So you just shot some awesome video, but now you got to edit it. You could just go buy some expensive pro level editing software and edit like the pros. But we're not pros. Don't worry, there's free options out there too. I'm going to show you 5 free video editing software options that you can use to edit your awesome creations. And there's options spanning easy to really complex. First step though, all videographers wear their hats like this. Hey, it's Andy, welcome back. I'm going over a brief tutorial today talking about the free video editing software options out there available for you to use. On my channel, I also cover tech, news, and product reviews. So if you're into that, please consider subscribing. And if you want to be notified next time I release a new video, please hit that bell. All right, so for this tutorial, we're gonna jump over to the computer and look at some options. Let's go. All right, so the first option I want to start with, and this is the very most basic option, and it doesn't even require you to install anything on your computer, and this is Canva. The website is canva.com, and if you're not familiar with Canva, this is really just a creative online suite of applications that allow you to create all kinds of things. You can see here, from posts for your social media, logos, Zoom virtual backgrounds, t-shirts. The list goes on and on, but you can also create videos. Now, I mentioned this was the most basic of the options I'm going to cover, and it is. You don't have a ton of video editing options here, but you can take a bunch of short clips that you created, stitch them together here with a little bit of creativity and effects. And you even have plenty of templates to help get you started. There are some limitations here. The video files themselves cannot be larger than 500 megabytes for each file you upload. So if you took very long videos, this may not be the platform for you. The good news is this is an online platform though, so everything's done in the cloud. You don't have to worry about performance or what kind of specs you have on your computer. It's going to work great no matter what you're using. It's also pretty intuitive, so learning how to use Canva is fairly straightforward. And if you're interested and you want to know more, I would urge you, there's plenty of channels out there. Just search Canva on YouTube. You can find some pretty handy tutorials. That's how I learned my way around there a little bit. As you see, this is currently what I use to create some of my channel art and thumbnails. I haven't used the video creator here too much, but it does seem pretty useful. Okay, so stepping up in complexity a little bit, if you're a Windows user, this would be useful for you. This is an application called Photos. Yes, Photos. This comes pre-installed on Windows 10, and not only does Photos allow you to organize, edit, and share all of your pictures, but it's an all-in-one media collaboration tool, so you can edit and create videos as well. The really neat thing about Photos is it's very user-friendly, and even has some built-in templates is the wrong word, but it'll automatically generate a movie for you with one click. Simply pick a theme, select the clips you want to add, photos, videos, the whole mix, and then hit generate. It'll create your video for you with music. But then you still have a chance to go in there and make some final touches, maybe make some things longer, add some grading. It does have some cool AI features where you can point out a certain person in a video and it'll try to create a montage highlighting that person. Kind of neat. It even has some neat 3D effects, as you see here. You can make it snow on one of your videos, or there's others you can play around with it. It's a lot of fun. The editing options within Photos are fairly limited. You can edit, you can add some really cool effects like these 3D snowflakes falling. But if you really need to get creative and add other types of video editing effects, you may find there's not that much there. But it's free, it's built into Windows. Go try it out. Photos also runs on the HoloLens and Xbox, they say, but I just haven't tried it yet, as this just seems too futuristic and I'm not ready for that. Okay, continuing climbing that complexity ladder, I'm going to iMovie. Now, I'm a Mac user. If you're a Mac user, this is another free software already installed in Mac OS. If you don't have it, it's a free download from the App Store. And you can use this also on your iOS and iPadOS devices as well, so on your iPhone and your iPad. The features and usability may vary across devices, but the cool thing is with iCloud, you can share your work across, so start the movie on one, finish it on the other. Really cool. Jumping into iMovie, it really gives you a place where you can organize all of your projects in one location. There is a downside to this, however, because when you do add your video files into iMovie, it makes a copy of all the original media and stores them in what Apple calls a library file, which, as your library grows, can get pretty large. So this is nice because it'll make a backup of your original media clips for you, but if you practice good backup hygiene already, this just may be a nuisance, as you're going to worry more about storage space later on. Staying inside iMovie, this has a lot of pro type video editing options inside of it. For example, green screen effects. They're very simple to use. You drop in a green screen, you select green, boom, you're done. Now I have my subscribe button there. There's some color grading options. There are not a lot of color grading options here. This is not a pro level piece of software, but it does give you some options to touch the highlights, the saturations, the darks, the lights, some basic color grading. Also, there is a plethora of titles and transitions built into iMovie. Not a whole lot, but some there that may be useful. You don't want transitions and titles to take over your video. These should only be things that add to your story, not take away from your overall message. The upside to that iMovie library file is it does give you a place to collect all of your media that you use very often and for easy drop-in and placement. So you don't have to go hunting for your media files all the time. Like I said, iMovie is the free version of Apple's suite of video editing software. They do make Final Cut Pro, but that comes in at $299, so you better be committed to this hobby if you're going to drop that kind of dough. Getting even more complex is DaVinci Resolve. Now this, unlike the two other options I talked about, iMovie and Photos, DaVinci Resolve is available cross-platform, so you can download it and install it on Windows or Mac. It's free. But this is the same software that pros in Hollywood use. So there is a pro level version of the software that you do have to pay for. This is the free version, and the free version has a lot of power in it. One of the main things that I really love about it is the multi-camera features. So if you take your videos using multiple cameras to capture different angles, you can sync them up with a couple clicks inside of DaVinci Resolve, and then in your timeline switch between them back and forth. Take a look. M1, as you can see here, with 16 gigabytes unified memory, 1 terabyte SSD, and this is the MacBook Air 13-inch, and it just showed up. So pretty cool. That's a work in progress video, but you get the idea. The switching between different camera angles is very cool. Other things really cool inside DaVinci Resolve, and this is where the steep learning curve starts to come into play, is all of the different color grading options available. Now, this is the color grading screen, and it looks really loud. And that's because it is. I don't even know what I'm doing in here yet. I'm still learning this software, but the point is, very powerful tool, and it's free. This is free software, guys. If you're ambitious enough, it won't take you very long to figure it out. I just started learning DaVinci Resolve, and I can make videos basic enough today without the color grading and produce them for my YouTube channel. So don't let the complexity scare you off. There's a lot of potential here, and it's worth the look. All right, guys, you know what? If you're getting any value out of this video, please share that with me and let me know by hitting that like button. And I just told you, I'm still learning DaVinci Resolve. If you're learning it as well, drop me a comment down below. Give me a tip. Maybe we can learn from each other. All right, let's keep going. Okay, I wanted to make sure I covered all the platforms, and I kind of did by showing you iMovie, which is available on all of your Apple devices. But to be fair, maybe you're not an iPhone user. So you have other options that you could try out as well. Two of the apps that I recommend that you can use on your mobile phone are DJI. Yes, this is the same app made by the drone maker that you use to fly the drone. Well, inside that same application, you can use it to automatically create cool videos with transitions, music, and some cool effects. You do have some power to modify some of that stuff. It's not as crazy and intensive as DaVinci Resolve and some of these other desktop apps we talked about, but DJI is a free app and you can use existing media on your phone too. In the same boat, GoPro. You're familiar with the GoPro cameras? They also make software. This software, along the same lines as DJI, is really meant to take video and create it quick montages of really cool adventure video, but you can use any existing media on your phone, throw it in there, and it'll automatically create a cool type of video similar to what we talked about in photos, using transitions, titles, and even some music. And you have a little bit of ability to modify that within the app. Not a ton, no color grading, but you can create some really cool videos with just a couple clicks. And these apps are absolutely free. Okay, so that was really 6 options to edit video for free. I threw in 2 apps there, but I really like another one. I'm gonna throw a bonus one at you, and this is Apple Clips. Now, if you do have an iPhone, then you have a bonus of testing out Apple Clips. This is a super easy application to use where you could record yourself or your surroundings or use media existing on your phone and clip together video files for, really it was intended to share on social media. I think Instagram TV and maybe even YouTube Shorts. But it's a really cool, fun video editor. You can add emojis and titles and really fun things like that, do voiceovers. That also a free app. So there's plenty of free video editing software out there. I urge you to go play around, find the one that's right for you. In the meantime, I'm gonna go figure out which one's the best one to edit this video. So wish me the best of luck, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.